Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a different video I'll be doing today, and this video will be about confidence, how to be a bad bitch, and about self-love. I wanted to make this video for a while because a lot of people always tell me about how confident I am and why am I so confident and how am I so confident, and I see a lot of women show either signs of insecurity, or they just blatantly tell me that they're insecure, or they don't, you know, feel confident in themselves, or they don't like themselves. And so this video is just kind of going to be about how to be confident, how to be a bad bitch, and like just learning how to just like grow. First thing is just, I guess, looks. You should be confident in how you look and just understand that there's no one else in the world that looks just like you. Even if you have a twin, there's still going to be like differences in how you look, and you should always be confident in how you look no matter what you look like. Even if someone else tells you you're ugly, or even if you believe you're ugly, you should find the positives in how you look and things that flatter you and just roll with that. The differences in people is really what makes someone beautiful. Like the color of someone's skin, the difference in someone's texture, someone's figure is shaped, those whatever differences in people are what makes people different, unique, and attractive. Let's say, like, you know, figure out the things that flatter you, whether it be your style, makeup looks, different hairstyles, different clothes, different colors. If you find the right color scheme or the right clothing style, or even if you make your own style that flatters you and goes with how you look and it makes you feel good, and you know, it goes with your whole thing, your whole aesthetic, then just stick with that. No matter how different it is from someone else's wearing, just stay true to yourself. If it's not the style or the trend, don't be so caught up in that. Don't be so concerned in that. That's really not important. Just make sure that you stay true to yourself. At the moment you stay true to yourself and do what you like and don't listen to other people, that is really how you also build confidence. Also, learn how to rock a look. Like, this is like really big. I get a lot of people tell me, oh Pierre, like that jacket is so cute on you, oh I can never rock that. Don't say things like that. Honestly, you can rock whatever you want. If you put something on and you like it, first of all, if you see something in the street, yo, that's cute, I like that, you try it on. If it's like different from the norm, or different from what you're used to wearing, or just different in general, like sometimes it's better to just go ahead and buy it and wear it, and it kind of just helps you create your own style. Like I remember I've always kind of like doing different things in general since I've been a kid. But I remember in college, like moving to New York and seeing all these different people rocking their own look, because when you grow up in a small town, like for instance, I grew up in a small suburban community in Maryland, and everyone's striving to look the same. Everyone's striving to find, like if it's, let's say Gucci is in, everyone's gonna wear Gucci because that's what's fresh, that's what's in style. When you branch out and go to different places, like for instance New York, where everyone's wearing different things, everyone's just trying to find their self and be different, you're gonna build more confidence, because it's like almost okay. The more different you are, the better. So that kind of like helps you. So sometimes if you just like, if you're in a small town, and obviously if you can't leave your small town, just try to like look outside of where you live. Look online, look at blogs, look at YouTube, and just look at what other people are doing, and that kind of just helps you find your style, or just find things that you like. And if you like that too, then it kind of gives you more confidence to rock it and be okay with rocking it. For instance, like I had a friend, I was wearing a leather jacket one time. This is before leather jackets came in. Leather jackets were in New York already, but in Maryland they weren't in yet. And I remember my ex-boyfriend's like, oh, what are you, like a motorcyclist? Like, what are you, why are you wearing that? And like my friend was like, oh Pierre, that jacket's kind of cute, but only you can rock that. And I'm like, you could rock it too. Like, but it wasn't until the next year where it became popular, like in more places, that those same people wore that jacket. But it's like, if you were confident in yourself, if you knew like, I like this jacket, you'd wear it regardless of what other people were doing. That's just the thing. Like, you will never hear me say, oh, I can't rock that, oh, I can't pull that off. Like, I will never say that, and I never feel that way. I always feel like if I like it and it's cute to me, I'm wearing it. I like that makeup look, I'm doing it. I'll figure out a way to make it go with how I look. Because sometimes, you know, other people look different. They have different body frames than you. They have different facial structures than you. You just have to figure out how it looks good on you. Also too, don't look to men for confidence. It's kind of something that needs to be found within. A lot of women look up to men for confidence. A lot of women will, if a man calls you beautiful, it's like, oh my god, he called me beautiful. Like, it's like, no, like, you should know you're beautiful before a man tells you you're beautiful. You know, like, you should feel beautiful before a man makes you feel beautiful. Like, if you feel it already, you know it already, like, that is the sign of true confidence and true self-love. You have to love yourself before anyone else can love you. It has to come within. Also too, men are less likely to take advantage of you if they know that you love yourself. Like, seriously, like, men are less likely to, you know, abuse you, take advantage of you, treat you badly if they know, oh, I'm with a bad bitch. Like, I can't play her. Like, you know what I mean? A woman knows herself and she's true to herself and she's not gonna take no shit. Like, he's less likely to act up because he knows, like, she ain't gonna take this shit. She ain't gonna take that, you know? And threatening that you're not gonna take that shit is not the same as actually not taking that shit. And also too, I don't mean like fake on the shit women. Like, there's women out there that are like, I'm a bad bitch, I look better than her. Oh, that's not a sign of true confidence. It's like fake cockiness. Because a lot of women will be beautiful, like they'll be gorgeous, and they'll be really insecure on the inside, like, because they really just don't like themselves as a whole, or there's just something in them that needs to get discovered or sorted through that they haven't really taken the time to sort through, and so they don't feel good on the inside, and they don't genuinely they aren't really insecure, or they don't really believe in themselves, or there's all the other aspects to just being confident. It's not just being gorgeous or being beautiful or having a great body or nice hair. There's more to it than just that. So if you see a gorgeous woman on the street, don't just assume that she's cocky or assume that she's confident, because a lot of women that are gorgeous will really be like tormented on the inside. So, you know, fake confidence and saying I'm gorgeous and she's not, that's not confidence, that's cockiness. An example of this is confidence is I love myself. Cockiness is I'm beautiful, she's not. You get what I'm saying? I'm beautiful, she's ugly. Don't let people tell you a cocky bitch. Honestly, if you love yourself, that's a good thing. You should love yourself. Don't let people put you down and make you feel bad about loving yourself, or, you know, wanting more for yourself, or, you know what I mean? Like, don't, because honestly, they're honestly just hating because they wish that they possessed those things in themselves. They wish that they felt like that about themselves. So, you know, just, you gotta have to ignore the haters sometimes. Also too, when you're confident, it's like a ray of light, literally. Like, it's bright and it's like a ray of light. Really, it's almost impossible for people to not see it. And when you're really like a great person, or, you know, great in general, you really will not have to point out those things. You really won't have to, like, you know, broadcast those things or anything like that. Oh, can't you see? I'm pretty. Like, you won't have to do those things because people will see it, and, you know, or I'm great at this, or I'm great at that. Like, you really wouldn't, unless it's like obviously your business, you wouldn't need to do that or advertise it because it's something that people are just going to be able to see anyway. And just being true to yourself and knowing yourself, and also being proud of yourself. If you don't like yourself as a person, or you just don't like yourself as a whole, how do you expect anyone else to like you or love you either? Honestly, you have to be okay with someone not liking you. You have to be okay with that. It's honestly their loss, their insecurity. You have to just be able to look past it and know you're the shit. You just have to be able to do that. That's like, you know, people will hate on you every day. The bigger you get, the badder you get, all that. People are just gonna have their opinions about it, and if it's negative, it is what it is. Like, you can't do anything about that. That's how they feel. Don't be a people pleaser. Like, you know what I mean? That's not, you just, obviously, you know, if you love someone and you care about them, obviously you're gonna want to, you know, do things for them, things like that. But if someone's asking of you to dim your light just so that their light can shine, they're insecure themselves, and you don't need that kind of energy in your life. You just have to understand that anyone in your life is an addition to your life, and that they don't really make your life. Anyone who brings you down in any kind of way, you just really need to figure out or evaluate their purpose in your life. Honestly, sometimes negative people have a purpose in your life. They have their purpose to teach you something, teach you to be humble, teach you to know your worth, teach you to mind your business, teach you to you know, anything that's negative in your life. And if you see it as a negative, it kind of teaches you not to be that way, or do the opposite of that, or no, okay, I don't want to be like that. You know what I mean? But you have to take that with a grain of salt. If someone's negative in your life, you need to be able to establish that negativity and keep it at a fair distance, so that it doesn't come inside of you, because negativity, hatefulness, in general is really contagious. I kind of want to talk about body image. You know, a lot of women think, you know, if I just get a boob lift, or I just get a bigger butt, or I have this, or I have that, or I, you know, have bigger lips or something, you know what I mean? They feel like that will make them better, that will make them prettier, that will make them more confident, that will make them happier. But honestly, all the people that I could think that have gotten those things done to themselves are still unhappy. They're still insecure, they still feel ugly, or they still feel unhappy with how they look. Perfect example of that is Kim Kardashian. She got her butt done. I don't know about her boobs, but whatever. Pretty much the Kardashian family. They all got their butts done, the lips done, their hair done, their everything done. And there's still, if you watch the show, you can see the insecurity just pouring out of them. Like, it's so sad. Obviously, they know how to fake confidence. It's their job. But that doesn't mean they truly are happy, or they truly have confidence in themselves, because if they did have confidence, they'd be able to be happy with what they have. I constantly know people that say to me, like, you know, if I had bigger boobs, like, you know, I'd be better looking, or you know, if I had the money, I'd get a boob job. And you know, it's funny because, like, for me, like, I'm a person who has small boobs. I have, like, I wear, like, I think a size B. And you know, growing up, you're taught, like, oh, you're not a woman if you don't have big boobs, or you're not sexy if you don't have big boobs. I'm an adult now, and I'm just like, I like having small boobs. Like, I think they're cute and they look better in outfits, and I don't need to wear a bra. And you know what I mean? You kind of just have to, like, look at those things that society tells you is not cute, and just kind of, and if you don't have those things, or if you have those things, you just kind of have to, like, accept that that's a part of you, and you can find a way to make it attractive, and other people will find it attractive. Like, not being confident in yourself is a turn off in general. The moment that you show, like, other people that you are confident, they're less likely to fuck with you. Because I'm not saying, like, in a relationship, just saying in general, because they know, like, this woman knows herself. I can't like try to slide by her. You know what I mean? You just have to, and not even just for other people's sake, just for yourself. Like, you should want to feel proud or happy about what you have, you know, what God's given you. Obviously, if you want to enhance it or make it better, work out, you know, do some sit-ups or something, like, obviously you should do that. But you know, at the end of the day, understand that those changes aren't going to be the things that make you happy. You know what I mean? You kind of just have to, like, accept what you have, and, like, think of it as beautiful, or work on it in a way that's realistic and healthy and safe. Those people that are getting surgery, like the Kardashians, sorry, that was a shaking the table. Yeah, like people like Kylie Jenner or Kim Kardashian are still getting more and more surgery, because they still aren't happy, they still aren't satisfied, looking for something to make them happy or make them feel good about themselves, and it's not happening because surgery and changing your body isn't going to do it for you. You have to search within yourself. You have to find this confidence within yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people. It's so easy to look online, on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and look at someone else's life, someone else's hair, someone else's clothes, someone else's body, someone else's looks, and think, oh my god, I wish I had that. Oh my god, I wish I was like her. Oh my god, I wish I was like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to do that. It's so easy to think, oh, she's more popular than me, she's so much prettier than me, she makes more money than me, she's a better life than me. And honestly, it's really all a facade. Not saying that people don't actually have these things, but that, like, perfect life is all fake. No one in the world is 100% happy all the time. You know what I mean? No one is. Everyone has their insecurities, everybody has their fallouts, their fall lines. Everyone has something in them that, you know, they wish they could work on, they want to make better. And so you should never really look to other people as a source of comparing yourself. You know, that's not the best route to go about. That also puts, you know, especially if they're like someone who's your friend and you're comparing yourself to, like, a real life person, like your friend or someone you love, it's really gonna put, like, a hindrance on your relationship with those people, because it's like you're being insecure instead of just, like, taking the time out to find yourself and love yourself and find out what's good for you. You're putting that pressure on your friend or on your loved one, when it's really not even about them. It's really all you. Also, keep in mind that people show you what they want you to see. Things you see on Instagram, those pretty pictures, those, you know, beautiful videos people make, like, it's cool. Some things are teaching you things, or some things are like, oh, that's pretty, I like that outfit, like, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, those pictures are an advertisement. They're trying to show you something that's pretty, show you something that's nice and dancy and cute and all that. But that doesn't mean, like, you know, before she took the picture, she could have just like lost her job, or before she took that picture, she could have just, you know, lost someone, you know what I mean? So it's like, just because, you know, you see a pretty picture online doesn't mean that that's the life you want, per se. You shouldn't want anybody else's life. You should be able to look at these pictures and think, oh wow, that's cool, you know, I could do that. Or, you know what I mean? Think of it more, that's how I think anyway. Like, sometimes I'll see pictures online and like I'll look at it from an aesthetic point of view and think, wow, that's a great picture, that's a great pose, wow, I love her the color scheme she used in this picture, I want to do that. And then I'll do my own version of that and make it my own and make it for me, because, you know, I get inspiration from other people, but I also know, A, not to copy it, and B, to kind of make it my own, because I know myself, I know what works for me, you know what I mean? So you kind of just have to like find what works for you. Just understand that all humans have their struggles. Everybody's going through their own storm and things you don't even know about, so you just have to be mindful of that. And also understand that just because you see beauty in someone else doesn't mean that you lack beauty, you know what I mean? Just because you see someone else and they're gorgeous doesn't mean that you're not gorgeous too. You know, you have to understand that, like, it's not an either or, black or white situation. Like, you know, there's so much beauty in everything. It's funny because I hear people say like, oh, do you think she's prettier than me? And it's like, I don't know, because you guys are so different looking. There's nothing really to compare, you know what I mean? So just understand that, like, not everything's a comparison, not everything's a competition. Do that to yourself, because really it's only hurting yourself when you compare yourselves to others. It just really just brings you down. It doesn't bring you up. Just learn to stop fishing for compliments. I've had friends that did that, like fished for compliments or put themselves down in order to get a compliment from someone, or to put someone else down and put someone else up and put themselves down. Honestly, that's not a good way to grow in your self-love journey. Putting yourself down is negative energy. You're being negative to yourself. It's abusive. You shouldn't do that to yourself. You should always find ways to put yourself up, but always find ways to make yourself feel good about yourself. There's something wrong with that. It's not healthy to put yourself down, or even to fish for compliments like, oh, I'm ugly, and wait for someone else to say, oh, you're not ugly. Like, don't do that. First off, it makes other people annoyed, and second of all, it just like, it makes you look insecure. And also too, it just puts out into the universe that you think ugly of yourself. And if you feel that you're ugly, you probably are. And so it's like, it's kind of one of those things where you just kind of have to, like, even if you feel ugliness inside, you need to fake it till you make it, because it's all law of attraction. The energy you put out is the energy you get back. And faking it until you make it just goes into like anything you want to do with your life. Like, basically, when I say faking until you make it, I mean like okay, let me think of something. Let's say I'm overweight and I want to be a size 4. I'm gonna say, I have a great body. Look at my curves, look at my butt, look at my boobs, look at me, like, and say that to yourself in the mirror. Like, I'm not saying it to someone else. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Like, I'm a bad bitch. Like, I have a bomb body. I have a bomb body. But all the while you're doing things to progress your body, like working out, eating healthy, things like that. Like, there's a difference between being overweight, saying you love your body, but deep down you know you actually are fat and overweight and you're not doing anything to make yourself healthy or better. That's the difference between those two things. If you're doing positive things to help your body, and you're still saying to yourself, I'm gorgeous at every stage of my journey, that is going to help you in the long run. Same thing goes with anything in your life. I make $12,000 a year and I want to make $1,200,000 a year. Like, I'm rich, I'm full of life, if you say these things to yourself, you're going to bring around that energy back to you. You have to understand that law of attraction is a powerful thing. Speaking what you want into existence. So there's so many things. So what I've been doing for the last 2 to 3 years, a vision board basically. And like, basically I'll like take things off the web, like visual things off the web that I want in my life. Like, oh, I want the 2018, I don't know, Range Rover. Like, I don't want that. But I'm just saying, like, if I did, I say like, I want this, and I'll take a picture of a 2018 Range Rover, and like, I want hair in my ass, like by December 18, like 2018, I take a picture of a girl with long hair. Like, you just take things off the internet that, or like just take pictures, or even magazines, take the pictures of things that you want to have, you paste it together in a collage. I'm a graphic designer, so I use Photoshop, and I just paste it together when I have, and I either make it my computer background so I see it every day, or I print it out and put it on my wall so I see it every day, and those things come into existence for me. Like, not all of them are gonna come, but a lot of them, like, I've been doing it for the last 2 years now, and a lot of the things on my list I've gotten. Envisioning what I want and saying like, I have it. And sometimes I'll say, thank you God for this gorgeous Range Rover that I received. I'm forever thankful. You also have to say those things to yourself, like, I am. If you say things as if it is your presence or your present already, you're going to attract those things to you. Okay, law of attraction's a whole nother story. Let me just get right back into the flow of confidence. I kind of want to emphasize on hating. I'm a little all over the place with this. Sorry, I'm just kind of like thinking of how that comes to me. Just because you think someone is doing something you wish you were doing, or has things you wish you had, or just has things going for them that you wish you had going for you, put even half as much effort that you put into hating on them, or talking negatively about them, or being jealous of them, into actually putting those thoughts into yourself, helping yourself get those things you said you want, or just half the energy you could be doing to change your life for the better. That would benefit you 100% overall. So you wouldn't even have time to think about that next person. And honestly, I don't care. If you're hating on another person, another female, anyone, you're hating on someone else, I don't care. You ain't a bad bitch. You ain't a bad bitch if you hating on another girl. Like, it's okay to think, you know, I don't think she's pretty, or, you know, she don't look cute in that outfit. Like, it's okay to have those thoughts. Like, you're a human being, you're gonna have those thoughts, but keep that stuff to yourself. Like, you don't have to tell her, ew, those shoes are ugly, or ew, did you see her shoes? They're so ugly, or oh my god, look at her face. Like, don't do that. It's negative. It kind of just shows your ugliness. It doesn't really make her look any more ugly than I guess you already think she is. It kind of just shows how much you aren't that great of a person. You know, obviously if you're talking amongst your friends and you're, you know, talking about it, I mean, it's obviously you're more likely to tell your friends, but don't tell that person, ew, you're an ugly person, you're ugly. Like, it's just not positive, and I don't care no matter what. If you're hating on another girl, you ain't a bad bitch. You ain't a bad bitch. It's okay to feel that way. Like, everyone's gonna not be attracted to everything. Like, if I see a girl and I'm like, oh my god, her hair looks terrible, which I've thought before, you know, I'm not gonna go up to her and say, oh my god, girl, your hair looks terrible. I'm not gonna do that, because that's rude. Why would I do that? Don't be afraid to be selfish. Sometimes. And just put yourself and your needs first. You will not be able to give to another person properly if you have not given to yourself. If you're constantly giving and giving and giving and giving and giving to another person, and you don't have those things for yourself, or you feel depleted of energy, you're just not going to be able to continue to properly give to another person. Or it's just gonna make you resentful and then hate the person and then not have a relationship with them because you're so resentful. It's just not a good thing to do. You should be able to need to be able to give to yourself and just say, oh, hold on. I gotta take care of myself first, all right? When I'm done, I'll get to you. You gotta say that to people sometimes, and honestly, people will respect you for that. Like, you know what? You're right. You do gotta take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, girl. Take care of yourself. And if they're not doing that, then you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. Also, another thing I gotta say, if you are insecure and you just feel like you haven't found yourself yet and you feel lost, stay single, girl. Stay single. And this goes for men. These tips, I mean, I'm actually talking to women, but this goes for men. If you just feel lost, or you don't feel like you found yourself, or you don't know what you want out of life, or you just, you know, whatever, stay single. A lot of women and men don't feel good enough without a man in their life, or to just always be talking to someone. You have to learn to be alone and to hear the own voices in your head and listen to them and follow their guide, and just have to give yourself time for solitude, to reflect on your day, reflect on your life, to reflect on what you want, reflect on your needs, reflect on just your whole being. You need to have that time to yourself. You have to have it. You jump from relationship to relationship, to boy to girl to whatever. If you just keep jumping from talking to someone to talking to someone to talking to someone to being in a relationship to being in a relationship to talking to someone, you're just it's only a distraction from the true problem. And it's only a distraction from dealing with your true self, which could be really scary if you don't like what you see. If you get times where you're alone and you're just thinking and you're happy with what you're thinking about, or you're not happy with yourself, or you look in the mirror and you're not happy, or what, you get that time alone and you're really just like looping your head, like that alone time, and you're not liking it, and you're like, all right, I gotta do something, I gotta get out of here, I gotta go, I gotta do something. You're not helping yourself because you're not allowing yourself to feel these emotions. It's okay, like if you feel negative or you feel unhappy, sometimes you just have to let yourself feel those emotions before you can address them. You know what I mean? You have to understand what you're feeling, and once you understand what you're feeling, you're able to address them and find solutions to them, or to deal with them, or handle them, or resolve them, or whatever you need to do to move forward with yourself. If you don't resolve those things, when you get into your next relationship, you're really just gonna hold on to your own baggage that you have inside onto the next person. If you're insecure, you're gonna find ways to find reasons why that person's bad for you. You know, if you're insecure and you feel, okay, for example, let's just say I have small boobs, right? And I'm insecure about them. And all big boobed women, and this is an example, it's a superficial example. All big boobed women make me feel insecure because they are blessed with these big voluptuous titty boob girls, you know. And let's say I haven't sat down and dealt with this insecurity and dealt with the fact that it's okay to have small boobs, and boobs aren't everything. Like, there's more to boobs than in life, like whatever. Like, I haven't dealt with that, right? If I get into a relationship with a man, even if he talks to a woman who has big boobs, I'm gonna be thinking, he wants that big boob woman, don't he? He want her, don't he? Look, I see how he's looking at her. Did he just look at her boobs, or is he looking at her mouth? I can't tell. He wants her, don't he? Like, I saw you talking to Susie. She has those big ass boobs. You want her, don't you? Like, you're gonna project your insecurities onto other people because you haven't dealt with your insecurities internally. So it's like, how are you gonna have a healthy, successful relationship with someone else if you haven't dealt with your insecurities? This goes for baggage, which kind of goes into a whole nother story. That goes into a whole nother direction. Also too, a part of loving yourself is demanding respect from everyone and anyone, even if it's your parents. A lot of women lose their self-respect in men, with men, or just people in general, because sometimes even friends are wolves in sheep's clothing. These people will only want to drain you, take. They'll hate on you in secret and be mad when you winning. And honestly, I'll go in more depth about like toxic relationships in another video. Those kinds of people, you just need to cut out your life. Just cut it. Because ASAP. Because even if you think that they're not dimming, they're putting a damper on you, they are. That negative energy is toxic, and like I said, toxicity is contagious. Also, being able to be attractive or be confident in yourself and give someone else, like let me back up. Being attractive or being good at something or whatever, if you're able to give someone else, like who's attractive or good at the same thing, or good at things in general, if you're able to give someone else a compliment, a genuine compliment, can't speak English. If you're able to give someone else a compliment and think, wow, she's gorgeous, she has an amazing personality, I want to be her friend. You tell the person, wow, I love your shoes, oh wow, you're so funny, wow, I love your hair, oh my god, you have the most gorgeous eyelashes. Like, if you're able to do those things and like be genuine about it, that's how you know. Well, that's not how you know, but that's a step in knowing that you have some self-confidence and that you just don't need to put out someone else's light to make your light shine. Another good form of having self-confidence is having a support system, having someone that you trust, that's there for you, that motivates you to be better, whether it be your mom, your boyfriend, your brother, your sister, your friend. Having those people really does help having self-confidence, just because it, you know, sometimes you just have a bad day, and it's always nice to have a friend or a brother or a cousin, sister, friend, to tell you, girl, you was a bad bitch. Why are you having to, you know, you need to get up off your feet, stand up strong, stand up tall, and face this day. You know what I mean? Having those people in your life, even when you feel bad, because everybody has their bad days, is really a confidence booster. Again, like I said, you can't get the confidence from other people, but it definitely can help. And that's what goes back into me saying having positive, good people around you, because those people will help create a positive space and energy for you to stay positive and to stay in that good state in your own head. So yeah, that's all I can think about today as far as confident, how to be confident. I mean, I can give you some examples of my own. I honestly, I mean, like I said, I feel like I've kind of always been a confident person. I never really been super insecure about anything. Obviously everybody has insecurities, and I've had insecurities, but I've never really been like a super insecure person. And any type of insecurity I have, I've worked on it and like been able to overcome it, like genuinely, and move forward with life and not feeling type of way about it at all. So it's like, you know, you really just have to like know yourself. I mean, I'm an only child. I've been taught from a young child how to be independent, how to be alone, how to play alone. And so I guess having that independence from an early age has kind of shaped me to be a confident person in general. But for people who are having issues with confidence, I would really honestly just say being alone. Like, obviously being lonely is a scary thing. It's a sad, scary thing. But sometimes you really just need to give yourself some alone time to think, no noise, confidence, all that. Like, it really helps you build your self-esteem because it allows you to really enjoy yourself. Sometimes you just need to go to the museum by yourself. Sometimes you just need to go to the club by yourself. Sometimes you just need to do things that take you out of your comfort zone to show yourself, I could do this. I'm good at this. I'm a bad bitch. So that's all I gotta say, guys. I hope this video was helpful, and if you have any more questions about being confident or how to get over insecurity, a specific insecurity, or just how to be overall confident in your own life, please leave a comment below and I will definitely respond. Hope you guys have a great day, and remember that she's a bad bitch. Bye.